Nick Grant from I K Caldwell. We're here today at lovely sunny Tungamah. We're here at the AGlink Barley Fungicide trial, trialling out Maxentis. And so we're lucky enough to be joined by Crawford from Adama. Al, can you please give us a bit of an insight into what's going on here?
Yep, thanks Nick. Yeah, we've got some barley trials looking at fungicides. We've had a couple of weeks of good rain, so we're hoping that it'll take off. It's just starting, Scald is just starting here, bit of spot form there, so we'll be doing assessments in probably a couple of weeks. But we're looking at two new fungicides that we'll have next year. We've got Proviso, which is a straight prothioconazole, which will have a lot of flexibility in mixing with other things like Veritas and Radial and Aureus, and then we'll have Maxentis, which is a prothioconazole plus azoxystrobin, which would be great for barley, oats, and septoria and yellow leaf spot in wheat as well. So yeah, it's great to have some really exciting things happening next year. It'll be interesting to see how much volume we can get, but
It's always the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be good. So we should be able to register and be available, and there'll be more information. There's more trials going on this year, replicated like this. So here we've got all the different rates and against competitors like Lantasace and other things like Pissarro. So they're here, and we'll see how it goes. So it should be good.
Al, we've got a few new products coming out next year. One of them is just a straight prothioconazole. Would you like to tell us a bit about it and why you're bringing that out?
Yeah. So prothioconazoles are quite good on septoria, in yellow leaf spot in wheat, and Scald net blotch and spot form net blotch in barley. So by bringing the straight out by itself, it gives you flexibility to be able to mix with different things to match which crop. Also we'll have it in canola as well, so it's very good on blackleg and sclerotinia in canola. So then you'll be able to mix it with things like Veritas as well. So it just gives you flexibility to do different rates and different mixing partners. So it gives a lot more flexibility in what you can do. It is a very good fungicide, gives you some resistance management with other SDHIs or with the strobies, or even it's different to other DMIs, so it'll give you, if you get resistance to epoxyconazole overseas, well, prothioconazole will work. So it's just it's a way of giving flexibility.
Very good. And so your other product, Maxentis, where do you see a fit being for it in the system?
Yeah. So Maxentis is a great barley product, having that strength with the Scald, net blotch and spot form and net blotch as well. Also in oats, so we'll certainly have septoria control in oats. Will help with greening because that's what the strobe, the AZ's there for the greening. So it'll give greening and longer protection. So you get the prothioconazole plus the strength of the residual. So in something like canola, basically on most diseases it's as good as anything on the market, so it really stands out. So we're just doing mixing work at the moment, so we're looking at all the different herbicides and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's got I think I have a really good fit, something to rotate with other SDHIs, and yeah, it'll give us a bit more flexibility in what we can do.
Oh, perfect, very good. Plenty to look forward to. And so at the site here, Al, we've got Planet Barley from last year, obviously increasing our disease pressure. How do you sort of see these fungicides working in a situation like this where we have that high pressure?
Yeah, so it's really important to use those better fungicides. That's why we have the mixes. So when we have Maxentis, where we have the DMI and the strobe, that gives you the DMI controls the fungi in the leaf, so actually controls the mycelium, whereas your strobe is killing the spores. So you get the best of both worlds, where you're getting the fungi as well as the spores, so it gives you that extra level of control. So when you've got really high pressure situation, that early application at sort of Z30 to Z33 in barley is absolutely critical, because if you don't get the explosion of disease down, you start struggling. So once that explosion of disease takes off, it's really hard to pull back. That's why early applications of fungicides are absolutely critical to get you control. So if you get that inoculum down, you'll get much better control. So that timing, and it's usually coincides with it starting to warm up, the disease starts to take off, you need to put that Z30 spray on. And then you'll probably do another one here. We've done one at Z30, and then we'll do another one at Z37 to give us that total control. Also, obviously, the strobies and the SHIs are greening, so you get a chlorophyll increase, so that also gives you a yield increase, depending on the temperatures. So you get extra control plus the benefit. The DMIs, like your prothioconazole, your epoxyconazole, don't green as much. So by having those mixes, you get the benefit of greening plus the length of disease control. So you really got to be on the ball. You've got high pressure. You get a lot of leaf wetness and it starts to warm up. You've really got to be on the ball.
Right, thanks very much for coming out here today, Al. It's been really interesting to learn about some of the new products that are coming along, and it'd be really good to see some of the results from these trials that we've got around. So thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for organising it and getting it to happen. It's awesome.
Thanks.